Welcome to The Explainer. I am incredibly excited to jump into today's topic because, honestly, we're about to completely dismantle a major misconception about AI that's sweeping through boardrooms right now. A lot of folks think AI is all about the algorithm, the neural network, the raw compute power. But today, we're looking at data moats, specifically why your data strategy actually is your AI strategy. So, let's dive right in.
There's a saying going around right now, and it acts as a real punch in the mouth to current boardroom thinking. It goes like this. If your AI strategy document doesn't mention your data strategy, you don't actually have an AI strategy. Let that sink in for a second. Consider that a wake-up call. We see so many executives getting totally distracted by shiny new tools, the latest tech headlines, the promise of instant transformation. But the harsh reality, if you aren't fundamentally talking about your data, how you collect it, store it, and use it, you're just playing around with expensive toys.
So that brings us to Section 1, the AI strategy illusion. We're going to take a really clear look at why this current corporate obsession with AI models is just a strategic illusion.
There's a massive disconnect right now between myth and reality. The myth is that the AI model itself is your competitive edge, that simply buying access to a shiny new large language model magically makes you a market leader. But the reality? Those models are increasingly becoming interchangeable commodities. Think about it. Literally everyone, including your biggest rival, has access to incredible foundational models right now. The playing field on algorithms is basically level. But your proprietary data, that is your irreplaceable asset. Every single durable AI advantage out there traces back to the specific, unique data you hold, not to which specific model you happen to be plugging it into today. If you both use the exact same algorithm, the company with the richer, deeper dataset wins every single time.
Section 2, building your data moat. If the model isn't the magic bullet, what is? Let's prepare to learn what actually protects an AI advantage. The crucial takeaway here is the definition of a data moat itself. A data moat is a competitive advantage built on proprietary, structured data that improves AI models over time. Notice what it doesn't say. Too many companies think a moat is, buying the most expensive enterprise software license or hiring the priciest consultants. It isn't. A true data moat is the critical barrier separating durable, long-term success from a fleeting, temporary tech pilot. It's the unique digital footprint of your specific customers and operations that no one else can replicate. So let's break down exactly how you build this moat by asking 3 vital questions about your own business.
To build this moat, you have to aggressively interrogate your own operations. Here's question number 1, focusing on exclusivity. Is this data something only you have access to, or is it publicly available? You got to ask yourself this honestly. If you're building a tool based on data anyone can just go and scrape off the public internet, well, it's not a moat. Why? Because if you can scrape it, so can your biggest competitor. Any advantage you build on public data literally evaporates overnight the moment someone else decides to write a similar scraping script. True exclusivity means you hold the rights to information, like proprietary customer interactions, internal financial histories, unique supply chain metrics, stuff your competitors simply cannot get their hands on.
And that leads us to the second question, structure. Is the data clean and usable, or is it scattered across systems nobody's connected in a decade? This really highlights the unglamorous necessity of AI. You could have the most exclusive, brilliant data in the entire world, but if it's sitting in 20 different disconnected spreadsheets, 3 legacy systems from the 1990s, and a dozen email threads, your AI absolutely cannot use it. Every executive knows the pain of asking for a simple metric and having 3 different departments come back with 3 completely different numbers. Consolidation and structure are absolutely vital to making AI work. At the end of the day, AI algorithms eat structured data. If you feed them garbage, they're going to spit out garbage.
Finally, the third question, feedback loops. Does using your product generate new data that makes your AI smarter over time? I want to forcefully emphasize this point because this feedback loop is the most powerful and, remarkably, the most overlooked element of all. Think about how a recommendation engine works on a streaming service, right? Every time a user clicks a movie, the system learns. It makes the next recommendation slightly better, which drives more clicks, which feeds more data back into the system. It's brilliant. Are you actually capturing new data with every single customer interaction? Because if your AI isn't learning from its daily usage, it's just stagnating.
So when you combine exclusivity, structure, and feedback loops, absolute magic happens. These are the 3 true pillars of a data moat. Think about it strategically. A company whose product improves every single time a customer uses it is creating a massive compounding advantage. Your AI gets smarter, which makes the product better, which attracts more users, who in turn generate even more data. It's a total flywheel. Competitors can never, ever catch up to that from a standing start, because even if they copy your features tomorrow, they don't have the years of compounded historical data that's actively fueling your insights.
Section 3,
the messy data trap. Let's look at a cautionary tale about what happens when companies completely ignore those pillars. There is a highly common, very dangerous mistake happening right now, and it's rushing to deploy AI models before doing the unglamorous work of consolidating and cleaning data. Look, it is so incredibly tempting to skip the boring plumbing work and rush straight to a flashy deployment just to show the board of directors that you're doing something with AI. But let me be blunt here. Taking this shortcut leads straight into a trap. You cannot build a skyscraper on a swamp. If you don't lay the foundation, the whole thing is going to sink.
And here is the inevitable result. You get an impressive-looking pilot program. It works perfectly in a sterile boardroom demo, running on a sanitized, cherry-picked dataset. Everyone claps. But it absolutely crash and burns the moment it touches the chaotic, unstructured reality of your actual customer data out in the wild. Real data's messy. It's got missing fields, typos, contradictions. If your underlying data infrastructure is broken, your flashy AI pilot is destined to fail, wasting time, money, and most importantly, organizational trust.
Section 4, your real next AI project. Let's pivot from the agitation of those failed pilots to a highly practical, actionable framework you can use right now.
Before you spend another dime on AI initiatives, you need to walk your team through this procedural checklist. 3 questions before your next AI investment. Number 1, do we actually own this data, or are we dependent on a vendor who could just cut off access? Beware of the vendor wrapper. If your entire AI strategy relies on a third-party platform that could raise prices or restrict your access tomorrow, you don't have a moat, you have a massive vulnerability. Number 2, is this data structured reliably enough for a model to use? Again, if your data scientists have to spend 90% of their time cleaning spreadsheets just to run a single query, you aren't ready. And number 3, does our product design deliberately capture new data every time a customer interacts with us? You've got to build data capture into the very DNA of your user experience.
Now, if the answer to any of those questions is no, well then your actual next AI project isn't a shiny new generative chatbot. It's a massive data governance and consolidation project. Yeah, I know, a data governance project isn't exactly the sexy, headline-grabbing initiative you were probably hoping for, but this is a firm reality check. Your budget absolutely needs to go toward fixing the foundation first. A smart leader knows that doing the unglamorous plumbing today is what makes the magic possible tomorrow.
Because it ultimately comes down to this stark ultimatum: renting AI advantage versus building uncopyable strategy. If you treat data infrastructure as just boring plumbing that can be outsourced or ignored, you are the company that's going to be renting your AI advantage and essentially renting your future from someone else in 5 years. You'll be paying a premium just to tread water. But if you treat your unique data as the strategic core of your business, you're building something nobody can copy. You are building an unassailable fortress.
So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to help interrogate your own strategy today. Ask yourself, are you building a moat or are you just renting a chatbot? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. It's been absolutely fantastic unpacking this material with you and getting past the hype to see what really drives long-term value. Next time, we're going to look at building the AI-first org chart. See you then.